Time for another exciting choose one button battle. Who would you pick, mom or dad? It's going to be so much fun. Are you ready to dive in? Hit subscribe for more fun quizzes and let's play. Do you want to buy this car for mom or dad? Ferrari, that's super cool. Who would give you this pet? Oh look, a cute kitten. Would you go on this ride with mom or dad? A roller coaster ride. Would you buy this house for mom or dad? A luxury penthouse? Wow, you're so generous. Would you study this with mom or dad? Study math? Would you travel here with mom or dad? Paris, oh, my mom will definitely love this place. Who would make this breakfast for you? It's pancakes. Do you want to play this sport with mom or dad? Baseball. Would you eat this food with mom or dad? Margarita pizza, will give it to my dad. Will you cook this for mom or dad? Did you give this to your dad? Will you give this candy to mom or dad? Sour Skittles. Would you play this video game with mom or dad? Roblox? Would you buy the phone for mom or dad? iPhone 16 Pro Max. Would you give this dessert to mom or dad? Can I give it to myself? Would you buy this snack for mom or dad? Doritos Flamin' Hot. Will you complete this challenge with mom or dad? Like and share this video. Would you watch this movie with mom or dad? Inside Out 2. Do you want to give this watch to your mom or dad? Rolex watch, my dad will love it. Do you want to give this to mom or dad? $10,000. Would you buy this ring for mom or dad? Diamond ring. Do you want to live here with mom or dad? A castle. Would you give this bed to mom or dad? A stylish bed. Would you eat this fruit with mom or dad? Strawberry. Do you want to bake these cookies with mom or dad? Chocolate chip cookies. Would you eat a meal here with mom or dad? McDonald's? Will you buy these shoes for mom or dad? High heels. Who chose dad? Do you want to drink this milkshake with mom or dad? It's chocolate milkshake. Would you make this cake for mom or dad? cool cake for Dad. Do you want to give this gift to Mom or Dad? Flower bouquet will give it to my mom. Would you go to the theme park with Mom or Dad? Disneyland. Would you do this on a winter day with Mom or Dad? Building a snowman. Would you like to eat this cake with Mom or Dad? Yummy chocolate cake. Would you give this gift to Mom or Dad? Yes, I want to give it to my dad. Would you play this board game with Mom or Dad? Chess. Would you eat this food with Mom or Dad? Tacos. Would you buy this coffee for Mom or Dad? It's Starbucks. Do you want to drink this with Mom or Dad? Cold beer. Would you make this cake for Mom or Dad? Cupcakes. Do you want to give this bag to Mom or Dad? Gucci bag. Would you shop at this place with Mom or Dad? Who did you choose? Will you give this motorbike to Mom or Dad? Cool new motorbike. Would you want to swim here with Mom or Dad? Infinity pool. Mom and Dad will love it. Do you want to buy these glasses for Mom or Dad? Ray-Ban glasses. Do you want to eat this food with Mom or Dad? It's burger. Who did you pick? Do you want to get this box of donuts for Mom or Dad? It's Dunkin' Donuts. Would you spend a month here with Mom or Dad? Desert Island. Would you buy this laptop for Mom or Dad? It's a broken laptop. Apple pie. Would you go to this place for lunch with Mom or Dad? KFC. Did you have this gold thing for Mom or Dad? It's gold toilet. Thank you for watching the video. If you loved it, let us know in the comments. We hope to see you again.